What is up, my YouTube family? This is your boy Kato, and welcome back to another episode of Kato's Corner, where winners are made. Today, I'm just going to be doing a quick market update to let you guys know where the markets might go from here in the next few days or even weeks to come. Make sure you stay tuned for the entire video, as I have something special to announce at the end of this video. Now, get to that intro.
Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem damn bad. Gotta keep on.
Now, before we kick this thing off, if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, join the Winner's Corner. That way you're notified every single time a new video comes out. I have to let this be known that I am not a financial advisor, and anything I say and do is not considered to be financial advice. This is just things that I am doing, and hopefully this inspires you guys to go out there, do your own research, and create financial freedom for yourself in the future. If you guys are interested in doing any sort of technical analysis, look no further than TradingView. My affiliate link is down below in the description. If you use my link, you can get up to $30 off. So not only does that help you out, it also helps this channel out as well. So it is greatly appreciated. Now let's pop into this thing. Let's see what's going on in these markets. Okay, so we're going to start over here on the gold chart real quick. I just wanted to go over this because I did a video last week with Faye, special guest that I had come on, and I did gold and silver. I did some TA on that stuff. So I kind of just wanted to show you guys what is going on with gold and silver since I did that video. And I think my TA was right on point, guys. So I did say that we would come down here and possibly touch this 618 fib right here, which is 1901.28. And you can see right here, we did actually wick below that. We did not close below that, but we did come down there and touch it. And we've since bounced off of that. And we've been heading upwards and kind of just fighting here in between the 702 and the 618, which is $1,940.40 and 1901.28. So right now we're kind of bouncing around in there. We're just going to kind of have to see what the market will do from here, if it'll continue upward or if it will continue in a downward trajectory. If you look here on the RSI levels, we can still go lower. It's still in downward formation here. And then if you look at the Stokes RSI, it is starting to curve right here. So it looks like it might run flat here for a few days, and then we might be heading back upwards from there. So I do think that we will have a bounce here in the next weeks or so to come, because this is on the weekly chart. So we've kind of hit a bottom here. We might trade sideways for a few weeks, and then I think eventually we're going to start coming back up. Over here on the silver chart, similar thing. I do feel that we will come down here and touch this trend line right here that I have going on at minimum, which would be in the $21-ish range, somewhere around there. Right now we're sitting at $22.82. So it's still continuing to push downwards. Same thing if we look over here on the Stokes RSI, we're still heading straight down, and eventually it will flatten out here and then continue into upward momentum. So we might get a push back up, and I think we might only get a push back up to the top of this wedge formation here. So I think we'll probably hit up into these areas right here. So those are just the gold and silver charts, but I just wanted to show you guys these because I did go over these charts on my last video, and I just wanted you to see the significance of what I was saying then and what's actually happening, and to kind of confirm the technical analysis that I'm doing here on this channel for you guys. Moving on to the Bitcoin chart. This is on the weekly right here. As you guys can see, we are in this trend right here. It's an uptrend that we've been in for quite a while, since October of last year. It's had multiple touches. If you guys look, it's had a touch here, had a touch here, had a touch here, had a touch here. So I think we possibly could get another touch here. And it's also trading in zones. Right now, we broke out of this zone right here, and then we headed up, and we're kind of trading along in this zone, which you'll see closer on the daily chart that I show you here in a minute. But we have a lot of resistance coming up for us to start getting up into these levels. Do not be surprised if we see a retest here of this 236 fib that I have pulled from this swing high down to this swing low, which is sitting at about 28,200-ish. I could see that possibly happening, especially in a month like July, where a lot of people are on vacation now. And so crypto and stocks tend to not do as well as they were doing previously in the summertime because a lot of people are taking time off. And so they don't have time to play around with the markets. So it is possible we do see a pullback here. I'm going to go on a closer chart here. Let's pull it up on the daily. So we were trading in this zone. We popped up out of it, and now we're trading in this zone. And we're kind of just bouncing sideways from here to here. So we kind of need to get out of this trading zone to be able to see where it's going to go next. We do have strong previous support that could become resistance, which is sitting here at about 33,182. And then do not forget this 0.382 fib, which is a significant fib level that I think could be a major rejection at the $36,045 level. So in the short term, I think that we could possibly go bearish. If you look here on the Stokes RSI, we're heading in a downward trajectory. Same thing on the regular RSI. We kind of came up here. We were way overbought, and now we're going to have to cool off a little bit here. So I think it coming down here to these levels right in here is very realistic, and at least to the top of this trading zone, which would be the 236, like I was saying prior. Moving on to XRP. This is sitting here on the weekly chart for XRP, and we are in this wedge formation here. You can see multiple touches on this trend line here that I have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you could possibly call that 7. So I could see us popping back down here again. Same thing. We are trading in a zone right now, and we're going to have to pop outside of that. If we look at the Stokes on the weekly, we're heading downward. Same thing on the regular RSI. Let's pull it up on a closer chart. Let's go to the daily right now, and you can clearly see this right here. We have multiple touches. So, and this is from March of this year. So you have one here, you have another one here, you have one that wicked there, you have another touch there, and you have another touch there. We're pretty much coming to an apex here very soon by mid to end July when it comes to this apex. And then if you want to go out on the larger scale that I pulled on the weekly with this major trend line here and this top trend line here, we might be coming to its apex here sometime in September for us to actually really move outside of it. So in my opinion, I do think that we push down. We at minimum come down here and touch the 618, which is at 46 cents. And if we break below that, don't be surprised for us to come down here and touch this 0.5 fib, which is about 43 cents. I could see it breaking down and coming and touching this, and then possibly having a bounce up from there. If not, then when the new levels to pay attention to would obviously be this 382. And there's going to be some support on the way down. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to go straight from the 0.5 fib down to the 382 fib. I don't think so. I think we will have some other support levels. Like here's one here, for example, that we could possibly come and touch and bounce off here and then trade sideways and then continue lower. If you come over here on the Stokes on the daily, it did come back up. It kind of looks like a double bottom here. Came up. Now it's rolling over and it's heading back down to the downside. RSI is definitely in a downward trajectory. So I would expect it to come down here and at least touch this 0.5 fib before we see a correction for it to go back upward. Next one I have for you guys is Quant. This is one of my favorite ones. This is on the weekly chart. We're coming to an apex on this as well. And we've kind of been just trading in this range. Go here on the daily, you can kind of get a little clearer picture, but for me, this is a great entry point, and it has been since May. Every single time it gets below $100 and trades in this range, it immediately comes back up. And you can see right here in this box that I have, this is kind of a trading zone that I have. So it breaks this, it gets down into like the 90s, high 90s, sometimes, mid 90s, something like that. And then what happens? Boom. Major correction right back up. I mean, this thing went from $96 all the way up to $118 in the matter of 5 or 6 days, something like that. And then it comes back down, touches this level, kind of rides in it for a few days, mad wicks in here. And what happens? Shoots right back up into the 116 area. So don't be surprised if it comes down here. This would be a good entry point for me to accumulate some more. This is not financial advice. This is just what I will be doing. I'm just waiting for it to hit these levels. I actually have some limit orders set right now for it to hit these certain levels on the way down for me to accumulate more. And then we'll reassess once we get to this level on new entry points. Now on the upward side of this, we could come up and touch this 121. I think that that's a good level, but I do think we're coming down first before we see that going back up. We're going to go over here and look on the Stokes. This is on the daily. Yeah, it's definitely downward trajectory, and same thing on the regular RSI. So I think we come down here, come into these levels here, and then we pull back up. So I think this is a good area that we could possibly accumulate some more if you're big into quant. So as I had mentioned earlier on in the video, I was going to be making a special announcement for those of you who stuck around to the very end. I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway because we reached the 150 subscriber mark. I will be explaining exactly how that giveaway is going to work, how to qualify for it, and all of the rules that you will need in my next video that I make. And then the video after that, I will be doing the actual raffle on the video so you guys can watch it. I'm just trying to figure out all the legalities and the logistics because I've never done this on YouTube before, and I want to make sure that I do it correctly so that way I don't get in trouble or get fined or some sort of thing like that and nothing comes back on me later. So please be patient, but I am going to be doing that giveaway and explaining exactly what I'm going to be giving away as well in the next video. If you guys want me to do any sort of technical analysis on your favorite crypto, favorite stock, please drop it in the comment below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I will try to do some of those cryptos and stocks that you guys are mentioning in the comments below when I do the next market update video. I'm going to end this one the way I always do. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Take care. Peace.
Damn bad, gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get an NFT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that.